Hi guys, Artie here, and I want to share my opinions on Cartoon Network's current era and branding, Pastel. Continuing from my previous two CN related videos, it is definitely a huge improvement from the dreaded Dimensional era, and on par with the previous era, Redraw Your World, which was just alright. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, I don't really like the Pastel bumpers too much. The pink and green Barney looking colors do not fit the Cartoon Network theme or branding at all. The style would better suit Cartoonito or PBS Kids, since the color scheme and overall atmosphere is very childlike. I tried to give it a chance, but it's too bright and aesthetically off-putting. I'm fine with the sound effects and music, but maybe add some more tracks. The bumpers and promos are way too generic. One half of the screen is pink and the other half is mint green, just solid colors, that's it. Sometimes they have a navy blue and a goldish yellow in the next bumpers, but that's about it. I really like the lo-fi theme here, but it could have been done a lot better and went further with the idea. Maybe have some Vaporwave 80s themed bumpers with some cool VHS effect, that would actually be neat. I love the concept, however the execution here was poor and the bumpers come off as too basic and generic. Basically the next bumpers are a split screen with just two colors, some text with the upcoming show and a clip from said show. That's it. They really could have done way better than this, it's beyond lazy and too simplistic. The bumpers look like they were made within less than a minute, and even a 10-year-old with a video editor could easily replicate it. Even though the Dimensional era was the worst in the channel's history and way too generic and forgettable, at least they put some effort into making the bumpers and whatnot. The funniest aspect has to be some of the montage bumpers and station IDs feature shows they don't even air, like Chowder and Foster's. These bumpers are actually good, but it's just laughable they don't even air shows featured in their bumpers daily. It seems kind of irrelevant. Pastel is extremely generic and the bumpers mostly consist of montages, and half the shows featured don't even air on the channel anymore. Sure, Check It 1.0 was a tad generic, however it had a lot of moving parts and a variety of bumpers and soundtracks. Programming wise, it is a gigantic step up from both Dimensional and even Redraw Your World. Cartoon Network and Boomerang has been playing many older shows and the variety is fantastic. Not gonna go into much detail with this too much since I discussed this in another video focusing only on the shows. Pastel era may not be my favorite, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt. There are some good qualities to it. Internationally, most countries are still using Redraw Your World and Dimensional branding packages. Latin America, Southeast Asia, Australia, South Korea, Japan, and I believe the Indian subcontinent are all using Redraw Your World. On the other hand, most of Europe such as the UK, Nordic countries, Poland, Central Eastern Europe, and Southeastern Europe are still stuck with the Dimensional branding, unfortunately. Who knows, maybe they'll eventually rebrand, I don't know when that day will come. Someday they will catch up to the current Pastel era. As a matter of fact, Canada and Pakistan were using the Check It 1.0 branding as late as 2022, that's how behind some places were. I believe the only places using Pastel at the moment are just the US and Canada. I heard rumors about Latin America rebranding soon, but I'm skeptical about that. The Redraw Your World ad campaign wasn't amazing, but was solid and did the job. A lot of people aren't a fan of it and found the aesthetic off-putting, and how do I put it? Too preachy, hyperactive, generic, and it strayed from the edgy past of what made Cartoon Network so unique. Redraw Your World felt like it took inspiration from the game Fall Guys, doesn't really fit the brand. Overall, the Pastel era and branding is mediocre, and the only thing that really saves it is the improved schedule and better shows. Not to mention the overall lo-fi theme. It had so much potential with the concept it is based on, but instead decided to do the bare minimum and call it a day. Scratch that, they did less than the bare minimum. It seems very rushed and incomplete. I also wish they kept the CMYK color palette that worked fine for over a decade. There was really no reason to ditch it. Don't fix what ain't broke. It was a small downgrade from Redraw Your World, which wasn't much better. However, it is a good start. I don't think Cartoon Network will rebrand anytime soon, but if they do, it'll either be a great improvement or will be even worse and more overly simplistic. Thank you for watching. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share, notify, and check out other videos on the channel. You may like them. What do you think of the Pastel era and the bumpers? Do you personally like them, or do you agree with me that they were way too simple and could have gone further with the concept? Let me know in the comments. This should be the last Cartoon Network related video for a while, unless something big happens. I'm not going to stop altogether, but I'm going to wait for the next major update on Warner Bros. Discovery info since I pretty much covered everything for now.